Man struggles to get up some stairs, let the story commence. Craig bought a Stairmaster 5000 because he was having trouble getting up the stairs because he was old. The thing broke down and he had to go up himself. So he tried to get up. And he had a heart attack halfway up the stairs. It's only about 10 steps. Had a heart attack. And died. His daughter, the cunt, was about 85. His daughter was messaging him for like, well, didn't message at all for about a fortnight. That was the way the relationship was. And then sent a message saying, oh, we should meet up. Nothing again for a week. Another message. How are you? We should meet up. Nothing back. She replied an hour later. Are you okay? Are you okay? Let me know. Let me know if you're okay. Half an hour later. I'm worried. Please let me know or I'll have to phone. She texted a good 3-4 more texts. And eventually after 3 days, she went up, like, fucking phone this cunt. No answer. Couple of days. So we're talking about a month. And she went run, chapped in the door. Dad? Looked through the letterbox. The fucking smell that hit her nose. It was like the house had farted. It was like the hussie's. It's like that letterbox was like the hussie's arsehole. So, and she kicked the door. She kicked the door open. And unfortunately what had happened was, see the metal bit of the, you know, the lock sort of like striking against the door frame, bit of metal, whatever you call it, that made a wee spark. And see all the shite that had come out of him, that created methane in the body rotting. That's the way it works. And it blew her to, you know, blew her all the way back. She went right under a van. She woke up in the hospital. No arms, no legs, no ears. They said, well, first of all, got some bad news. That's them gone. She said, why is my hearing a bit funny? You got no ears. You got the ear holes, you know, like a snake. She said, what happened? Oh my God, Dad. He says, right, I've got some good news and some bad news. Which you want to hear first? She said, the bad news. The bad news is actually lost your arms and legs and your ears. And your dad's dead. She said, right, well, that's kind of good because I knew all of that. So that's all right. What's the good news? They said the good news is you're not going to have to go through with like a kind of funeral sort of thing because the explosion basically cremated your dad. So we've just sort of considered that was the funeral. And because you were the only person who would have went to the funeral anyway, because he wasn't very popular, wasn't he? No, and she was like, "No, he was a prick." So basically, that's everything. That's everything done. That's everything done, taken care of. Just one other bit of, she's like, well, I'm not sure if I want to go on like this. I think anybody who is in this condition and they've carried on, that's fucking good for them and that's fucking brave and everything. I'm, I just, some people have got survival power. Um, I've been wanting to talk myself for years, by the way, and my life's been going very, very well. So I've just been looking for an excuse like this. So I'm not fucking hanging about. If I even lost a finger, I just go, oh, kind of going like this then. Any excuse. So what's my options here? Because obviously, it's fucking a bit hard for me to fucking do it. He said, no, it's a bad. She says, just tell me. He's like, no, it's, you and I like it, I don't think. Just tell me. He said, the fire in the house is still on if you want me to chuck you in there. She went, am I connected to a machine or anything right now? Went, no, you're all right there. Morphine overdose. Canny got the only one we've got. You just got the button there, and that's. Who are you anyway? I'm just some guy that works here. All right, right. Could you chuck us out the window? I don't actually want to do this. I'm away. And she went like, you're a fucking coward. You're a coward. Just then, a surgeon ran in and said, right, here's the thing. Are you dead yet, by the way? You've not topped yourself, have you? She went like, no. Got some news. Your arms, your legs, they're gone. She went like, right, will you chuck me out the window then? He said, no. But you will have arms and legs. She went, how? You'll die. Your dad's arms and legs were blown off cleanly. You see the letterbox, sort of like ricocheted sort of thing, and plus bits of the Stairmaster, sort of like just blue, like perfect, surgical, and they still work, but we need to attach them now. She's like, oh, I'm not sure. My dad's arms, my dad's legs. It's up to you. She went, all right then. He went, all right then, right. Went like with chloroform, to put her to sleep. Like that. When she woke up, fucking her left arm right? Wasn't her left arm, and it wasn't her dad's left arm, it was his right leg, right? So if she went down, like, on her hands and knees, her left arm would look like a dog or something, right? The right leg was the fucking left on. That was there like that. Her right arm was his left leg. No. No, I tell a lie. Her right arm was his right arm. So that was alright, that one. Except it was fucking that way. It's the other way. No, so if she's walking down the street, she's like that. No like that. But like that. Instead of bending in the way, it went like that. And the left leg was his left leg, but it was fucking back to front. The foot gone fucking back the way. She says, you fucked it up. He said, I've no. Because it actually all works. See, I fucked up the leg. The left leg was the first one I put on. So that ends up making you go forward. And I thought you probably want that horn to be there to stop you as you fall, before you fall on your fucking face. But studies have shown that you're actually best to have your arm that way, especially if that's mixed up the other. But it actually works. Get a shot. And it worked. She tripped up. She got up and she tripped up and she rolled like a leg, an arm, a leg. And it all fucking, like a kind of Catherine wheel type of thing. Not Catherine wheel, a cartwheel, but also a Catherine wheel. Like pinwheel. Like pinwheel. Like a Catherine wheel. Kinda like that. She says, how come anywhere I fall, I don't fall? It said, oh, we put some extra ones on. And she looked down at her ribs. She had a leg sticking out there, and her ribs here, and an arm sticking out there. And also she noticed she had an arm sticking out her back, and a leg sticking out her belly. And it all worked. She said, whose was this? Who did this belong to? And they said, we don't know. It's just people who have died in the hospital. We just sort of kept it in a what do we call it? A bread bin. A big bread bin. So it's yours now. And she left. And that's the end of the story. But it isn't. Because she was sleeping. And she got woke up. And she wasn't in her bed. She wasn't in her bed. She wasn't in her bed. Where was she? Well, I'll tell you. She was digging up on Ma's grave. It was the Daz Hons that were doing it. But at the same time, the Erms, the other people who had died, it's somehow other things in the hospital. They were putting the dirt back in because they thought that was like mental to be digging up a fucking grave. So they were like scooping in. So there's a bit of a fight going on. And she was like this. Fuck this. Fuck this. How'd I fucking get into this fucking mess? The end. She's like, can I make this up? You know? She was like, can I make this up? And the funny thing is, you can't make that up. You can't. Because I didn't make it up. Every word I just told you is true and actually happened. And that's my right horn up to the big one. That's my right horn up to God. May him strike me down right now if I'm lying. How do I know? See one of the arms that she got? That was mine. See this arm? This isn't mine. I don't know whose it is. In fact, it's not this one, it's this one. I'm getting mixed up because I'm seeing myself in that. It's this one, actually. I don't know whose it is, but not had any problems so far. No! Try not to have nightmares tonight, everybody. Try not to have nightmares tonight. He fucked it. I didn't fuck it. Well, because I went like that. Because I thought to myself, I could have fucking done that.